Clatsop County War on Whistleblowers Part 3. Reflections. I hope I remember all my points. One of which is, hasn't anybody ever been to a real city where they have like really big crime? The fact that prosecutors have time to waste on prosecuting Facebook posts or YouTube, it's just like, what a luxury. This must be such a sweet little town if you don't have carjackings, homicides, and oh, actually, we do have violent crime that's going unattended while you pick these petty wars on people for political reasons. Okay, so sarcasm doesn't translate well to internet. This hi goofy. So what was my point? Why? Okay, the overzealous. For one thing, say somebody did something wrong, or say it's more like a social faux pas. Like, technically, you're legally allowed to record, but you're kind of stepping on our ego, our turf, our paycheck, our kids, whatever, like whatever the justification is of corruption in Clatsop County, say that's slightly embarrassing. Why treat it as a criminal offense to be embarrassing people in power? Why not do something less overreaching and overzealous? Like, hey, by the way, you're making me uncomfortable, or hey, by the way, why did you have to, or, I mean, it's like taking this extreme criminalization of free speech standpoint would be abhorrent and despicable if it were happening in Russia or in China. We would be decrying human rights abuses and persecution of bloggers and internet and journalists. So why is it okay in Clatsop County? Why does like the district attorney not even have that international perspective on the international plight of whistleblowers and human rights activists and journalists? Oh, and what about the chilling effect? Because, okay, whether one thinks that 165.540 is an outdated unconstitutional law or not, what about the effect it's having on silencing the people? People being afraid to speak up at board meetings, afraid to go to meetings, afraid to go to city council, afraid to say anything, afraid to post anything on the internet. The chilling effect of this type of prosecution of Clatsop County's war on whistleblowers is the much bigger pernicious effect that it has on creating a system of silencing people, causing them to self-censor out of fear of similar persecution. Having a targeted attack on multiple people, like a multi-pronged approach. Okay, so then that aside, which is horrible, I want to delve deep into the psychology of where are you even coming from? What mindset are you in? Like, what anti-internet, anti-futurist, pro-luddite mentality are you in that you think you should be prosecuting people's tiny, minute recordings of corruption on Facebook or YouTube? Under wiretap law? Like, it's the Cold War? Like, this is the McCarthyist age? And to me, this is all about the classism and elitism in Astoria. This is the elite, which are these 8th generation Astorians whose ancestors were evidently racist colonialists stealing this land, and they want to exert dominance and hegemony, and they want the top jobs and the top money and the top salaries, and anyone who questions their ethics, their integrity, their method, their personality, boom, you're in the target. And why would how a wiretap statute could be used in this way to criminalize free speech on the internet is fundamentally anti-American. It's against free speech in general, like First Amendment. And this, it pertains also to the two tiers we have of sanctioned media, which would be corporate media, which is very controlled and propagandistic and controlled by corporate advertising. So yeah, you might recognize, and like if a reporter for the Daily Historian had recorded something and somebody was saying, oh, that was the improper time to record this section of the school board meeting, would she have been taken aside and said, oh, excuse me, please don't record that? Would she have been prosecuted? No. The war is on citizen journalists, citizen whistleblowers, people who are perceived to not have a right to have freedom of the press or freedom of speech. And it is the journalists like us who are on the back channels of the internet who should not be silenced. And we should have people concerned about our voices and any attempts to smother our voices. Proportionality wise, too, I mean, it's just mind boggling. School board and soup kitchen. Why should a soup kitchen be prosecuting someone for exposing soup kitchen misconduct? Why should a school board? Why should a transit district? Oh, major embezzlement, possibly alleged embezzlement, mismanagement of millions of dollars. And I mean, if you stack up all the nonprofits and the corporate entities, yeah, there's millions of dollars at play. So anybody who criticizes the people who've got their hands up in the millions stands to fall afoul of the district attorney. But where is the district attorney's ethics? Are his ethics in loyalty to this elite power play people that he appears to be working for? Or is he ideologically motivated against wiretap as this dangerous entity that the entire internet is a wiretap? I mean, I don't know what a 68-year-old man is thinking when he prosecutes a Facebook post. So those are a few thoughts. I don't know if I... Well, I guess I'll go for now.